In the movie John Wick, there's a scene in which John is taking a shower and the camera shows a tattoo on his back. In Latin, the tattoo is translated, "Fortune favors the bold." Scripture also says being bold is a good thing. Where? Let's find out together. Caleb, strong figure in the early history of Israel, was from the tribe of Judah. So here in the book of Judges, we shift from the entire tribe now to Caleb and his family. Verse 11, from there they went to fight against the people living in the town of Debir, formerly called Kiriath Sefer. Caleb said, "I'll give my daughter Acsah in marriage to the one who attacks and captures Kiriath Sefer." Othniel, the son of Caleb's younger brother, Kenaz, was the one who conquered it, so Acsah became Othniel's wife. Now, there's a lot going on here. First of all, part of what's going on has to do with the character of Caleb himself. We first meet Caleb in Numbers chapter 13, when 12 spies go in to Palestine to scout the land. As spies, they didn't sneak around, they walked around. They obviously were not from the land, so they were foreigners that were looking. I would think that the people of Palestine figured that they were there to trade, to negotiate some kind of a business deal. But the 12 spies went back and they reported to Israel that the land was beautiful. The land was affluent. It flowed with milk and honey. Livestock and agriculture were excellent in the land. 10 of the spies said, but the people there are strong. They live in fortified cities. And then they said, Numbers chapter 13, the sons of Anak live there, giants. There were apparently a couple of towns where the people were huge. They were immense. Genetics being what genetics is, giants who interbreed with giants produce other giants. And there was a race of very large people living in this area. Caleb said, we can take it anyway because our God is bigger. The other 10 spies said, no, we can't. And so God, because of that, told Israel that they would wander in the wilderness for 40 years until all men 20 and older died, and then just the younger ones would attack and take Palestine. In Joshua, they did that. And when they went to Caleb, Joshua chapter 14, from 10 to 12. Today I am 85 years old. I'm as strong now as I was when Moses sent me on that journey, and I can still travel and fight as well as I could then. So give me the hill country that the Lord promised me. You'll remember that as scouts we found the descendants of Anak living there in great walled towns. But if the Lord is with me, I'll drive them out of the land, just as the Lord said. When the time came for Caleb to pick which territory he wanted, he said, give me the giants' land. I've been waiting for 40 years to get after them. Let me take the giants' land. And here in the book of Judges, he does just that. He takes the land that was owned by the giants. Fortune favors the bold. Now the passage continues. When Acsah married Othniel, she urged him to ask her father for a field. Scripture doesn't say it, But Othniel does nothing. He didn't want to ask Caleb for anything else. So Acsah did. As she got down off her donkey, Caleb asked her, "What's the matter?" She said, "Let me have another gift. You've given me the land in the Negev," Negev meaning the southern land, the desert, the dry, arid place. "Now give me springs of water too." So Caleb gave her the upper and the lower springs. Fortune favors the bold. Acsah went to her father who was bold and made of him a bold request. She was certainly the daughter of her father. She saw her father act with boldness. She did the same. Today, not necessarily fortune, but I believe God favors the bold. What is it that you really want, but you're a little bit afraid to ask because maybe it's too much? Acsah asked for a gift right after receiving a gift. What she said makes sense. Caleb gave her the second gift too. What do you want today? Ask. At worst, God says no. At best, God favors the bold.